Hey, Ralph Covert here. If you've been watching my songwriting videos, I wanted to do something unique today. I wrote a song yesterday and I took notes as I wrote it of kind of some of the questions that I asked myself as I went through it, and some of the tools that I've been teaching you. I kind of wanted to share how I applied them in the case of this song. So I'll start by playing you a fragment of the song and play the verse and chorus. And then I'm going to go through, starting with the jumping off point on the source tape, work tape, show how I use those, and then show how I develop the song, go through the process, give you the full song at the end. So the song kind of sounds like this. Hey! Turn around and say yes. Let me slip off the dress again. There's nothing need to resist. This is only temptation. I still remember your kiss. We didn't know this would happen. It lit us up like a flash. Pure passionate action. You can call it fate or call it a mistake. You can take a chance or let it slip away. You had a taste, baby, take the cake. Twice in a lifetime, don't hesitate. Hey! So there's my little pop song for you. Now, it started out with my source tape, work tape. For those of you that haven't seen that video, I have a method where I collect ideas on a source tape, and then as I develop them, I put them down on a work tape. And they eventually end up on a song tape. There's one around here. Anyway, there's one here that they're eventually on. So here is the original source tape that this idea came off of. This particular tape was called In the Cage. These ideas went down on this between October and November of 1992. So it's an older tape. Here's the idea that I heard, and I'll show you how it developed. The wrong side. Okay. So that's where I stopped the tape. Now, the idea that I pulled off of that I liked was that staggered rhythm at the beginning. That which on the source tape is that. Okay, and when I heard it in my head, I started playing around with it, and I liked that way the two halves of the riff started on a different eighth note, and I played around until I came up with the one that I used on the song. Similar kind of thing. And then that first line on the source tape was turn around and something or other. I heard it in my head, turn around and say yes was the idea that popped out. So I wrote down that line, turn around and say yes. Then I went to my work tape. I kind of played around with I think I did the second line, let me slip off your dress again. I wasn't sure where the song was going, but I can turn around and say yes, let me slip off your dress again. One of the things I teach in lyrics is specific details are very important. And so that's where so I wanted to conjure some kind of an image. I had him saying, turn around and say yes. He's talking to somebody. It's a girl, feels like. Take off your dress again. That seemed kind of sexy and specific. So I made that choice. So then I popped the tape in. There's a thing that I call driving off the bridge, where you take the idea in a very raw state and you play the song forward. And just like you're hearing it for the first time on a record or on the radio, you see what happens next as you play it. So that's what I did. And this is what came out. Turn around and say yes. Let me slip off your dress again. It's too late, don't resist. I'll be your best friend today. of steam, okay? So I put that much down. So at this point, I had the first couple lines written out. Let's see if you can focus. I started playing around with it. Now my started with the jumping off point. This is probably a better note. This is kind of a note of what my steps were. Now the jumping off point started me. Now my next thing was verses lyrics, and so that's what I did next. I just kind of wrote out some verses, trying to get a sense for what that flow of the verses was going to be, getting words familiar with the melody, and also figuring out what the song is about, right? I don't know yet. And that's my question here. What is the song about? And I know I need to get to a chorus, and I know I need to find a hook, but I don't know what it is. So I wrote 2 or 3 verses, and as you saw from that sheet of lyrics, there's a lot of scratched out lyrics here, right? I mean, this is not like a seamless process of everything flows crazy perfect. There's a lot of trial and error. That turn around and say, yes, let me slip off your dress again remained. The third line, I tried a whole bunch of different things. That word resist seemed like a nice rhyme with yes that played into it. So one of the first attempts at finding a hook was best friend temptation. It seemed like maybe there was something in the story. As I'm reading the words, I'm trying to find what story's behind it, right? What story can I tell? What story is hidden in the words? What's going to make it a compelling narrative that's interesting to listen to and fun to write? So, best friend temptation didn't have good mouthfeel, didn't feel good. This best friend temptation doesn't feel good coming out of my mouth. Played around with different stuff. Another thing I played around with as a possible hook was the word mystery had come up somewhere, and I started playing around with variations off mystery. Maybe it's a miss. Maybe it's miss like female Miss Universe, Miss something, misadventure, misbegotten, misexecute, mystery. So I started playing around with that, seeing if I could find a hook in that. I didn't, but a lot of these ideas that didn't turn into the hook ended up getting used in lyrics. So best friend temptation ended up being the fourth line of the first section is this is only temptation, right? So that came back. Passion fascination was another hook wordplay I tried. Didn't use it, but ended up being pure passion in action. Then began with the fourth line of the second, little verse section. So, and the whole mystery, misadventure thing, in the third verse, misadventure ever after, which you haven't heard yet. So a lot of the ideas that I had trying to find the hook ended up getting reused. So at this point, I'm working on the verse lyrics, searching for a hook, trying to figure out what the song is about, and wondering what the chorus is going to be. Now, one thing that happened in the verse is when I did that first thing was the way the verse was written. I ended up I tried a bunch of different chorus things. I tried maybe doing something where the harmonic rhythm slows and gets more anthemic at the chorus. I tried some different type short thing type things. Nothing really was moving me. Then I tried an idea, this kind of a poppy, super power pop kind of riff thing, and ended up liking that. So the verses had this kind of a chug to them. So I wanted to contrast with that in the chorus. Ended up finding this idea, which was different, right, from what I had in the verses. And that's kind of a trope. There's about 10 songs I could play you that have that kind of that movement of the one chord to the moving the root becomes the 3 of the whatever chord that is, of the 4. So I had that descending thing, and then I changed it up a little bit by going up to the relative minor, the D, so I was good. So anyway, found a way to kind of play that in. I like that. And then one thing that I changed, now that I had this chorus working in, then my hook, my riff is off the C, my verse was starting off the C, and my chorus was starting off the C. I didn't like that. Too many things starting on the same chord. So I actually took the verse, and originally the verse was C, G, A minor, F. I just reversed the order of those. C and A minor are, A minor is the relative minor of C, so they're interchangeable. So originally my verse was, turn around and say yes, let me slip off your dress again. I flipped the C, G part and the A minor, F part, so it's turn around and say yes, let me slip off your dress again, because I wanted to contrast it with the chorus. Then, and I used that mistake from that whole thing came in. And I needed a hook still, ended up with the hook twice in a lifetime, playing off the phrase once in a lifetime, you know. And then I'm finding the story that maybe these two people had a one-night stand, and so he's saying, hey, maybe there's something special here. Maybe it's twice in a lifetime. Let's try this again. Maybe we're onto something. So it's kind of got a narrative. It's a story, and it's something interesting. It's something that not a lot of songs talk about, that second date chemistry. So, it seemed like it was a different take on the traditional pop love song. And then the final thing I did on the bridge, I needed a bridge. Two things happened with the bridge. One was the hook, twice in a lifetime, is not the end of the chorus. So it's kind of sandwiched in there near the end, but it's not as emphasized as I'd like. So I knew in the bridge I wanted to really find a way to emphasize twice in a lifetime. So I knew my bridge was going to end with that phrase so that I could give it some extra, highlighting. So I ended up using the line, throw me a lifeline twice in a lifetime. I set up the rhyme by finding something that would pay off to that rhyme. And then, again, I knew I wanted to have it be something that wasn't I needed to go to a new chord for the bridge, because just as the verse and the chorus, I wanted to start on different chords. I wanted the bridge to then also start on a different chord. So I ended up going to an F minor. I'm going under, throw me a lifeline, once in a million, twice in a lifetime. And then as I was playing around with the song, because of that staggered guitar riff, there's this rest. And I thought, wow, it feels great to go, yeah! So I did a hey there. So I did, hey! Right? So there's my song. The notes, kind of the structure of questions that I asked myself, you can see here. Started with the jumping off point, and I took it from the source tape, put it on the work tape, and then I started playing around with the idea and building it. Adding extra verses first, wondering what the chorus was going to be, and what is the song about? That was a big thing as I was writing those verses and thinking about the chorus, and that was the ongoing question there. I knew I needed a chorus, and I was trying to find out what the hook would be. What is this catchy phrase that somehow makes sense of the story? And I added more verses and explored it. Still trying to figure out what kind of a chorus and what is the hook, as I said. Had this question here, keeping the choruses and the verse distinct from each other. Same with the bridge. And again, even to the end, it wasn't until near the end of the process that I finally found the hook of the song, that twice in a lifetime, and was able to put it all together. And at that point, then I was kind of worked around with the structure and found the right framing. I did a double verse, a chorus, a single verse, chorus, tucked the bridge in between two of the riffs, and then did a double verse and chorus. So pretty simple song structurally. I'll play the whole song for you here. I hope this helps some. It was fun to write the song. It was fun to share the ideas. And let's do it. Hey! Turn around and say yes. Let me slip off your dress again. Listen, no need to resist. This is only temptation. I still remember your kiss. We didn't know it would happen. It lit us up like a flash. Pure passion in action. You can call it fate or call it a mistake. Take a chance or let it slip away. You had a taste, baby, take the cake. Twice in a lifetime, don't hesitate. Hey! We have so much to lose for momentary satisfaction, but I won't place my bets on you. Misadventure ever after. You can call it fate or call it a mistake. Take a chance or let it slip away. You had a taste, baby, take the cake. Twice in a lifetime, don't hesitate. Hey! I'm going under, throw me a lifeline. Once in a million, twice in a lifetime. Hey! Turn the cameras off. Walk away from your cell phone. Some things belong in the dark. Some things nobody else needs to know. Maybe this is a mistake. Maybe this is something beautiful. But if I let you walk away, then it's a mystery we'll never know. You can call it fate or call it a mistake. Take a chance or let it slip away. You had a taste, baby, take the cake. Twice in a lifetime, don't hesitate. Hey! Hey! There you have it.